start flying. Mash looks at his broomstick and commands it to fly. It doesn't listen, so he continues commanding it to fly. A kid comes up and asks him how he isn't even able to fly a broomstick. So Mash strikes the ground with his foot to make the broomstick fly and then commands it to fly. He thinks Mash was cheating, but Mash pretends like he has no idea what's going on. To save himself from embarrassment, he challenges Mash to a race on the broomstick. What Mash doesn't know is that this kid is the best broomstick rider in the entire academy. The teacher wonders how this klutz from yesterday's class is even able to fly, but she begins the race. Mash instantly finishes the race, and the guy wonders where he went wrong in his life. The teacher is impressed by his speed to set a world record. A mysterious man viewed this happening, and Finn knows the truth. Mash threw his broom at light speeds and jumped towards it to mount it in midair. This show is f***ing ridiculous. The student accuses Mash of cheating, but Mash tells him to face the facts already because he feels bad for him. Infuriated, the student is about to start yelling at Mash, but a magical ability restrains his mouth. The blonde kid comes and apologizes on his friend's behalf. His name is Cavill, and everyone in the class fears this guy. Cavill asks him if he would like to be friends and introduces himself, but Mash thinks he looks like a cabbage. So Cavill tells Mash to come see him here after school. Outside of class, Cavill beats up his friend for embarrassing him and not following orders, but at least he found a fun toy. While walking with Finn, Mash asks him who this Cavill is, and why everyone is afraid of him. Finn reveals that his father is inside the Bureau of Magic, the most important entity in this world. Mash of course knew all about it, and Finn goes on to reveal that Cavill has close tied with the vice principal, so they will expel him if he defies Cavill. After school, Mash prepares cream puffs while wearing a pink apron because he's a Giga Chad. He wishes his grandpa would taste his nice white cream. Mash feels like he's forgetting something, but his cream puffs were too important. The next day in class, Mash's notebook is all torn and Cavill's lackeys laugh at him. Cavill approaches him and asks him why he didn't show up yesterday. Cavill reveals he's heard that Mash wants to become a divine visionary, and promises to put a good word in for him. His only condition is to follow his orders, so Mash goes on to do every single thing that Cavill requests of him, and Finn notices. Still, his notebooks continue being torn up, and Mash asks Finn for his notebooks. Finn tries to reject, but Mash instantly teleports and takes his notebook and calls him a lifesaver. He hands him some cream puffs as a thank you, and then goes on to say that he's real glad to have a great guy like Finn as his friend. Mash continues obeying all of Cavill's orders, so Cavill pours water right in front of him and asks him to clean it up. Mash considers the situation, and decides to clean it up anyway. After a while, he is impressed by how well he cleaned it. While getting up, Finn's notebook drops from his coat. Cavill says he's getting bored of textbooks, so he commands Finn to burn Mash's clothes. Finn apologizes because he can't do this anymore, begging Cavill to end this. Cavill uses his magical abilities to restrain him, and makes him get on his knees to apologize. Mash walks to give Finn his notebook back, but then what he sees before him shocks him. Mash walks toward Finn and asks him if he's okay. Finn tells him that he's alright but begins crying, saying that he was the one who's been ruining his notebooks this entire time. He's been too scared to disobey, but when he heard him saying that he's been a great friend, he couldn't handle it anymore. He just wanted to apologize to Mash, and Cavill wishes he would have gotten such a sincere apology. Afterward, he reveals that he's going to dine with the vice principal and tells Mash to ditch this lackey before he misses his chance. Mash walks towards Cavill, grabbing his hair and smashing his head into the ground, knocking him unconscious. Cavill's friends are shocked, and Mash doesn't care if he's expelled. He then realizes that he does care if he's expelled. The vice principal appears, telling him that he